now. Mahdi in the building. My man, introduce yourself to the people for those who might not be familiar with you. You know what I mean?
I usually really play the background so people might recognize the face, but my full name is what I go by now, so it's Greg Mahdi Padel. In my artist times, people used to know me as Mad High or Mahdi. This is like, the MC days or rap days, but right now, I'm a creative, I'm a father of 4, I'm a husband, I grind, I hustle, I have my own company, I've been doing it for a while.
Nice.
And I was in a part of the background of the early hip-hop scene in Montreal. So I run a brand and I try to mix everything and keep everything positive. That's the main thing. It's called P.S.O.M. So like some short quotes in a way, but it's just positive state of mind, man. Positivity could take you a long way if you not to sound cliche or there'll be like all of these pro motivational speakers, but just the way that I live by. I try to apply positivity to everything I do. It's taken me beautiful places, man.
So, what was your first love? Was it like fashion? Was it hip hop? Being an artist? Like, what's your first love?
I would say initially it was the music, because I entered the hip hop world because of music. But fashion and music is always hand to hand, So I'm 43 this year, right? So I've seen hip hop evolve also with the styles, So style has always been an intricate part of hip hop, and even back then, I used to be a polo head, tin boots, make your stuff match and whatnot. So eventually what I just decided to do is, instead of just repping other people's brand, and just like, I just wear my own stuff, So these days I'd say more so the fashion, try to get creative with it. I still do music, but more so in the background, like more for young and stuff. But music at heart. But to me, music, fashion, arts, to me it's
all the same thing.
It's all the same thing, depending on how you choose to express yourself,
So you from which era, you would say?
I'm from which era? I'd say the 90s.
From the 90s?
I'd say the 90s.
Part of the 90s?
Yeah, I'd say the 90s.
Montreal artists?
Yeah, I'd say the 90s. And the fun thing about me, like people might not know, but my mother is Dominican, my father's Haitian, and I grew up in NDG. So, compared to during that time, other people like me, the English has always been kind of really part of my culture. Spanish also, and I used to chill or go to French school. So this is why also within my evolution on the scene, I have a feet in all 3 of the scenes, because I used to MC in Spanish also, in English, and a lot of people. So yeah, from the early days, I'm in tune with all 3 of those scenes, a lot of people know where it came from or whatnot, So that's an intricate thing also, is like the beauty of the city is like we have like subdivision cultures in a way. They all do the same thing, but there's a Latino hip hop scene that's very strong, Creole hip hop scene.
Yes, for sure.
For some reason, they're all kind of in their own little
bubbles.
Like that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and at that time when you were coming up, who were the top MCs in Montreal? Like, who was running shit?
Man, okay, I'll go with a lot of names. And also, we'll get into the project I have. So when I speak during these, like, it's nothing, it's really from my perspective, right? And people that I knew, I influenced. So from where I'm from, NDG, definitely there was Shades of Culture. They were big back in the days.
Yeah.
Even before them, Zero Tolerance. I'm not sure if you're in tune with that.
I know the group,
DJ Choice. Obviously, Autobots also, that was from NDG. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
I've noticed all the flyers you posted with the names.
I posted them on my page. Autobots,
DJ
DJ Blaster is like a founding member of Autobots, was like the Wu-Tang of DG.
Nice.
And this is the thing also, this is post-internet. So like even like we didn't really film each other, there's a lot of stuff that has evolved that we would never do, we would just want to just bust rhymes, so no one really, we couldn't film each other, so it was just straight up like that time you had to be there to really know and understand like the stuff. But yeah, from NDG and that. And if not, if I go like towards the east side, like obviously like one of my good friends is L'Extrémiste Scène, so Rivière des Prairies, Air des Payseurs, Cerveau, Vulgaire. Yeah, these are like, Dice B has always been like a dope figure,
Shout out Dice.
And the cool part about that time is like there was groups for every type of neighborhood. So you go even now with West Island, you know, there was Flip Childs, FP Crew.
FP Crew
came a bit later. Yeah. There was a group called Basswood. Then you go uptown, there'll be like cats from 4 in, Sparks, Ninja. And then you'd go to the east side, and you know, and it was mostly talent shows, bro. They're really talent shows. That was the talent shows or ciphers. That's it.
What was more bumping in terms of the scene? Was it more English hip-hop or French hip-hop?
At the beginning, really, I'd say it was kind of like a mix of everything. Okay. But the French came a bit later, like when
that's what
cool.
I thought.
Yeah, when it was cool to do it, because in my days, I knew people that didn't really speak English, but they were spitting in English, you know? So that was kind of like, because what we would see from New York or whatnot, you know? But when the French kicked in and more like there was a lot more black in a way back then, if I could say so, you know, because the culture itself, so we would travel from the States, bring the stuff back, bring the style. So even you'd go to shows, like even the crowd, all that, to say it was like just the flip, it kind of, the script kind of flip a bit. But back then, it's the sign you had to come with the shit, you know, you had to come like, you know, like they would boo you quick. If you weren't good, like you had to pay your dues. There was ciphers, like I said, and promoters. The big thing back then was talent shows. They do these big talent shows where everyone would come east, west, whatnot, and do their thing.
Okay.
A lot over American beats, because that even to the beats, we didn't have like beat makers back then, so we were just taking beats from vinyls and whatnot. A bit later, like producers came, but we didn't have the bread to pay that also, so we would just jack beats.
The DJs and stuff from back in the day, they wasn't making beats neither. They was just
started a bit later, yeah. Like our DJ, like when I started my first group I had was in around 1992, 93. It was called Twin Stylist. So we had a DJ Skills, and he would start doing like a lot of the guys, like Stratège, Manspino, all of these guys, they started with the ASR 10 and Sonic chopping samples, but that came a tad later. Vane Flow, Ray, Steve Padro, like all of, like these are like, and this is why, like I said, we'll come into my project, but again, it's not to sound like the old uncle at the barbecue and be like, oh, in my time, this and that, you know, because I'm in tune with everything that's going on, you know, so and I like it too. But sometimes knowledge is power, and just acknowledge, like, because we've come a long way, you know, it's like it's become profitable now, you know, like a lot of stuff has become, whereas back then, bro, we would put in so much money and the return was...
It was all a dream.
Hopes and dreams, yeah, exactly, all a dream, like, yeah, you heard, but now, you know, c'est concret, so it's dope to see, but like, the fact that we didn't have MySpace. Well, MySpace came later, like I said, like 92, internet, like we'd go to the library to do a research, you know what I mean? So that's...
It was more like magazines also.
Magazines was
like
the
Word
big
Up,
thing. Word Up,
Right On.
Right On.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Source magazine was the biggest thing.
Sure.
Drop every month, you read the albums, you'd see the fashion, who's hot, who's, you know.
We got the 5 mics.
Exactly, 5 mics was, from that time. So I still got, I got my whole stash of Source magazine, man.
That's what's up.
And it's different. Even like you'd go to the stores, buy your CDs or buy your vinyls and buy your, so now you walk every, you know, but it's cool to know, you know, because that was like kind of like the building of it, you know, and we were kind of part of that, you know.
And what was the hottest club in Montreal? Like that's man, where you gotta go, man.
Hottest
if you ain't
club back then, there was Checkers, Red Zone, Motion. Like I said, and like even the club scene was different. Like dudes sometimes were not paying. It was like, get out the way, like, you know, like the bum rushes, you know, like artists from the States coming, being afraid, you know, getting jacked. You know, I remember going to see Redman, they jacked his chain, you know, Redman come back, bring back his chain, you know.
Yeah,
so some dope moments in Montreal, you know. So again, me, it's just like, you know, I have kids. I believe, like I said, in positivity, and each one teach one. So I just spread the stuff. The way I do it is through fashion, through dialogue, you know, but, and again, not pas moralisateur, just to let you know that that's why I also call it Montreal Foundation, because a lot of people are in the building but don't realize what it took for that building to get there, you know, and it's just like to respect people that, you know, like the same thing, like you could steal the recipe but salute the chef, you know what I mean?
So that project you're talking about,
yes, sir.
All right, I want you to explain it to the people because I really like the idea. I find it dope. That's the main reason why you're here.
Sure.
The concept is nice.
Sure.
So well, talk to us about it.
I'll do a segue. So I run a brand called Positive State of Mind. So it's basically that we do clothes just promoting positivity. I'm always looking for new concepts. I do a lot of collaboration with artists. So in my years of stacking up stuff, I've had flyers, pictures, stuff, and you know, and I'm like, you know, how could I make this interesting and not just, you know, obviously I will post it, but how to make it interesting. So what I started to do is like, I just started stashing up like old flyers, old pictures that I'd found from people I knew, gave them to me. And a lot of people even forgot about the pictures. So what I do is I create a timeless piece with a picture per se of whatever I have. So I've done, for example, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with a group called Death Threat Arcade, Ziploc. Ziplo's
That's the ring.
He hosted it. He was with Manchild, Butter Babies, Hype Man. So yeah, I had pictures of them. They're one of the first groups to put out a tape, like an album in the HMV. So he had no idea. So what I do is I put the picture on a dope hoodies, you know, do some quotes. I give him the package. He doesn't know what's going on. He opens the package and boom, he goes down. He goes down memory lane, and like some of them people get emotional, and they just take me back to that particular time. Like that's on the picture. I give them the, you know, the sweater, and again, so it's like a cool way, you know, in a way to like, I say creative. Mind you, like I say this, and this is Montreal, like I've had like also people say, oh yeah, big deal, you know, you just slapped a picture on a hoodie, you know, what's up with that, you know? So
no, but
you know
it's not just a picture.
Exactly, but
it's a moment in hip-hop history.
Exactly, the same way, like, I'm not selling the hoodies with the pictures, because I have somewhere I do, like, RIP to Paul Larocque, I do Bad News Man, but it's really just to commemorate this stuff, so I'm not selling the pieces. The only pieces I'm selling is really the one with the logo, but it's, like I said, a cool way to, you know, keep stuff alive, and I've done dope jackets. I have a lot of cool people coming through, so that's the concept. I present to them a piece, we just chop it up for a while about that particular time, and what's cool is a lot of people have stories, and just if you take the time to listen, like I did one also with Cerveau. The one with Cerveau was dope, you know, so he takes you back and you feel it's like, we just let it run, no pas de montage, nothing, you know, you catch the dope emotion, and they take you to that time where exactly like, it wasn't really documented. You can't just go, you could go to YouTube, but a lot of the stuff,
yeah, but you won't find the stuff that I've seen on the page
80s, 90s, there wasn't that much.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that have like a lot of dope stuff collected in Montreal. There's been a few shout outs to Capois Lamar, who did a book, Le Boss du Hip Hop, which tries to actually recollects a lot of those moments in Montreal. But there's what's dope is to see where we're at right now, but it's cool to know, like, I'm telling you, we would, bro, just do shows for the love of it, you know, and just like, you know, catch beefs and just like, and when people just look at us, they didn't want to do fuck with hip hop radios, and now it's cool. It's funny to see that that's what's, you know, the norm right now, you know, and people that could have made some good, you know, again, not to life lessons or whatnot, but again, it's just to, you know, just let you know what and it's cool to know. Maybe people eventually, my concept also is I wanted to do some type of documentary with all of the hoods, different artists, and just to bring it back, you know, and again, just the memories, and attach that to pictures, because there was some dope moments in Montreal, man.
If you have like if you think about a specific photo that you saw, you're like, damn, that picture though, okay, that's crazy, bro. And you're like, I can't, like, which photo was it? Was it for a specific artist from the city?
Yeah, the one that brought me back is, again, like, for the people that was around that era, you see those pictures right away, it takes you to somewhere, you know. It's like when you smell a perfume, or you remember the first time you talked to you, it takes you somewhere. So a lot of people, one that really stands out is my boy that was in a group called Basket Case. If y'all do the research, Basket Case, Mikey Style, R.I.P. Mikey Style, K Lover, and yeah, man, and they were like the boot camp over here, like rugged dudes from Rivière, a bit everywhere. And there's just a picture of him chilling with Redman, you know, and it's just like, damn, like, just to think, you know, Redman's still doing his thing, you know, like, I try to tag Redman on the picture, but the picture itself, to me, represents that time. Redman has like the Scully, dude has the Carhartt, and it's in the back of, again, we used to go to HMV, Taboo, Chin Fats, right, to get the records, so they're in Chin Fat. So a lot of the times when the artists would come to Montreal, they do like sign-ins at those record shops or whatnot. Okay. That picture's a dope one. There's also dope pictures I have of Mazayan, Vulgaire in France, like first tour, like man, I'm telling you, crazy. A lot of them even forgot about some of the pictures, like I said, because I was looking at it, some of them are 28 years old. You know, the flyers, the pictures are. It's been a long time, so, you know, it's just sometimes just dope, you know. Sometimes, like, same way you'll find a Netflix series that you click to. So again, I'm not trying to do like I said, like the angry old man hip hop, you know, like in that sense. Whereas I'm just trying to, do my part, you know.
I feel you.
You know, just because.
But there's no such thing in my books, because at the end of the day, you're bringing like a part of like people like me, for example. I was way too young to experience all these things, you know, like I've seen concerts of, let's say, the time, how many times Ricky D told me that story about the time Biggie almost came to Montreal. That's like in 95.
Yeah, that was dope. We were outside.
Bro, I wasn't even 10. Like I was a kid. Like, you know what I mean? So me seeing all these flyers and being able to talk to someone that could give me like background stories and that was actually there, it's dope. You feel me? So speaking even of that, like Gary T and Ricky D, how important were these two promoters at the time? Man,
Gary T, like I remember, man, shit in my pants doing auditions, you know, because before you did the show, you had to, but man, for real, Gary T, like, you know, when someone's ahead of his time, like Gary T, like seriously, like, I'm not sure if he gets mentioned or whatnot, but Gary T actually brought in Ricky D because Gary T was like a bit of, I guess, not somewhat of an OG, but he was doing like parties. Even before that, a lot of parties. He was throwing parties and just trying, he gave a platform for everybody, man, everybody. And just, promotion game, top notch, dude, man. Promotion game. He brought so many acts to this city, and then the Ricky D's came in, the Malik Shaheeds, but seriously, Gary T is like during that time, I'm telling you, he helped a lot of people, man. It was good vibes, man. Good vibes.
That's what's up. Guy, what can you tell me about Rap Fest 95?
Man, you know what? I wasn't even there.
You wasn't there?
No, there was certain, because that's the thing. Like, there was like the scene was so big, like, but those particular shows I didn't go to.
Okay.
It kind of like switched up. Rap Fest I didn't go to.
I saw Redman, Too Short, Biz Marquee on the flyer. I'm like, okay, so back then that must have been.
That was. I'm telling you, they were bringing down shows, but you know what? Maybe I did go. I think that was the time I'm telling you about the chain in Redman. That also, man, is like. It's been a while also,
no,
you know
sure,
what I mean?
Sure.
I think Too Short, Biz Marquee, I think we did go to that.
And back then, was it like a problem in terms of the police shutting down the shows, like hip-hop shows, or the police was more cool with it? Because in Montreal, around 2012, it was like the trend. You know, everything was getting shut down every time, so...
Nah, man, it wasn't getting shut down at all. Like, maybe certain shows, but usually, like, nah, man, that was the venue, man. Like, those were the stuff. You'd go shop at McGill, get your crisp gear on, you know, or City Styles. Salute to that guy also. City Styles, big OG, like, respect architects. City Styles, I forget the guy's name, man. Like, but he was one of the first, like, to bring that hip hop gear stuff. To Montreal, man. And then I think he's still in the business, or they're still in. But this is like, there's certain spots like Taboo, Chin Fat, like dope. You can't go around them. Can't go around those spots. Yeah.
That's what's up. Now, if you think about Shades of Culture and Butter Babies, who was the most influential to you?
Man, I'd say both, man. Both. Because D-Shade, man, did a lot. D-Shade used to host radio shows. He used to host freestyle sessions. What's cool about Shades of Culture is that they were touring a lot, man. They were touring a lot, but more so, like, if I remember well, like, into the the skater type of they were doing like tours, opening for other bands that weren't forcibly hip hop, so they got like a big boost to that. Butter Babies also, what I found, like Manchild, not sure if you know Manchild. Like I said, when I said Death Threat, right? Butter Babies, Ziploc was in Death Threat. Okay. So that's but yeah, Manchild, man. I don't know, I'd say both. Probably had the same stuff, but to me different styles, man. Different styles. But D-Shade's a beast. Yeah.
Shades of Culture, most definitely.
Man. Yeah, for sure. A lot. They did a lot.
Now, going back to your brand, Positive State of Mind.
Yep.
Right now, how can you actually sell this brand, let's say, to a younger audience? Because, you know, you're talking about the fact that it's more like, you know, trip down memory lane. So how would you connect with the new generation?
For sure. Well, like I said, the Montreal Hip Hop Foundation is a side project of the brand. Like I said, I do many collaboration. I wasn't forcibly trying to sell that brand to the youth, you know, as far as more so like as a project. But the brand itself, like I said, I mean, we have like dope custom hoodies, dope stuff. So what I usually do, like I said, I have 4 kids. My daughter wears my stuff. She brings it to CJEP or whatnot, stuff like that. You know, I try to connect with the clothes itself. To me, doesn't have age. You know, same for the music. You know, it's just that you got to make something look good. You know, so. But yeah, man, I mean, I cater to everyone. If you check on the page, I support like a lot of artists in Montreal. wide range of age, and like I said, for a long time I was also in the background. I was an artist, but I did social work. So I worked with a lot of artists that are out right now, so nice. In the background. But more so like that to my kids, because obviously par défaut you attract certain stuff, but what I do is usually my daughter will run the IG page, do some ads, but to me it's more sort of just do youthful campaigns, but more even that the youth, I want it to be for kids also, even older people. I have shoots where we're intergénérationnel, nice. Same way as we're doing the project, eventually I want to have some concept where a new artist chops it up with an old one, just straight up boom, une chance constructive, just spread on that, sure. Because that again, the thing of OGs, and these kids are out there, they're making their stuff, they're on their shit, so they don't really need, unless you're bringing something constructive to the table, so that's my point of view, man. I just try to keep it positive, help everybody in some type of way, form, and keep it moving, bro.
Positive state of mind. I like that, man. Yeah. And how can people get the gear, and how can people get in touch with you, man?
Okay, so quick plug. So P.S.O.M, P.S.O.M, that is on IG. So there's the website also, P.S.O.M.ca. Yes, I do a lot of custom stuff for other brands. So we do have a showroom. So if you go through my IG, you could come through the shop. I have exclusive pieces where I really do some custom stuff. But if not, through IG, Facebook, and man, word to mouth, man. A lot of people it's some grassroots stuff. So I don't really, as far as my custom stuff, I don't really promote because I get a lot of clientele. But if anything as far as branding, corporate stuff, embroidery, screen print, that's also something we do,
That's good, because I have a lot of pictures of these Montreal rappers that are actually doing the thing right now.
Yeah.
But I got pictures from dating from 6-7 years back when they started.
Yeah, but that's...
So for you, in a few years,
but
that's going to be valuable for your project.
Exactly, but it's going to be a chronologique, whereas now it's the 90s, but then we're going to get into when it kind of switched it up, and other people, like I said, and it does englobes the French, the Tino, so it's a bit of everything. So even if you don't know the guy, click on his IG. A lot of people are still doing good music in Montreal from even my time, which is man, these dudes are that's love, you know what I mean? A lot of them are still current, they could hang, so it's dope, man.
And speaking of music, before I let you go, is that something that you think you're gonna go back to? Do you think of coming back, maybe dropping a nice little project? Yeah, well, actually, I dropped a project last year with one of my good friends called Bougat. Okay. He's an artist from Quebec. He does hip-hop in Spanish, so that was my last project. Mm-hmm. But to me, it's all about feeling and inspiration, so I might just catch a vibe, but I don't just force myself to do it. So obviously, it's always in the background, it's always in the background. That's dope, my man. Yeah. Hey, man, DMS Radio Show. Make sure you check out Positive State of Mind. Like I said, the project, the whole idea, the whole concept is very dope. Follow him on Instagram. One more time, give him the Instagram so they could follow you, my man.
P.S.O.M, P.S.O.M. And through that, you will find everything, all the links and what you need. So good looking out, man. Salute to you.
It's a pleasure.
Good work.